being read like a third grader's book, and Elevate reads at a 6th grade level.
With pop-up pictures.
Might be.
Oh my goodness. Well, all 5 operators will be expended. You do have 2 Predator missiles for this rotation, but it's not a bad call. I'm sure a lot of people are probably judging it, but you are blowing them out of the water through the first 3 hills. It is about to be 120 to 22. Yep. Look at the rotation over towards New. All of Q9 forced to try to play through arches and maybe try to get a rotation over towards New, but Elevate with the office spawns. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump to the next door.
This is an important rotation here. Q9 have to have something to talk about, but Elevate have an EMP, they have a Pred missile, and there may be an issue as everything has paused. And Elevate's looking around like, what do you mean? Did you see what was happening? We're blowing them out of the water. But both refs are actively discussing with our teammates, so very well may have been something going on with the setup for Q9, as obviously that was about as bad as we've seen all weekend.
Yeah, something did feel a little off. But also that very much so could have been just Elevate being Elevate.
Well, that's, you know, I wouldn't put it
I
past
don't know.
them.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, is what I'm saying.
We're going to give Bobby some more time to edit that video. That's what it is. He's going to clip that moment right there, add into Premiere Pro, CapCut, whatever.
He's texting you right now. He's like, don't call me out on stream, man.
But, you know, big shout out to our watch partiers, though.
Yeah,
They're going through the feeds. It's awesome to see our content creators showing some love and, of course, getting some of their own from our very avid and passionate audience. So big shout out to all you guys who are watching along.
Also, big shout out to all the extra commentators that we also had for all of the different matches as well. It was very, very nice to go back and rewatch all of those matches after our very long Friday, and just going back to be able to hear some very familiar voices as well. Wish we were all here partying together, friends, but as the stage continues to be taken care of, we will wait to see what the outcome may be, but very much so, still a banger afoot, whether it's a 4-0 or extends.
Indeed the case. Our refs have backed off from some of the stations, so whatever the issue may have been, it looks like it's being resolved, and we may be pretty close to restarting here soon. I don't have the power to start, neither does Proper.
You do. No, you do.
No, stop it. Don't put me on that.
It's actually Glitter that does have the power. Yeah.
She is color commentator nominee.
That is so true. You have the power. Yeah.
No, Glitter's trying to see if her mic's live. No rebuttal from you, Glitter. You stay there.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, this technical pause continues to get worked through. Again, big shout out to this audience as well. I mean, it's been awesome to be able to hear the crowd pops coming through with Elevate, getting their walkout, all the signage for Q9 as well. It's just the love that you guys give to all those teams, we definitely feel up here at the desk as well.
Well, still some things being ironed out on stage, so instead of us blabbing around, we will head off to a quick break and hopefully have the restart for Hasi at a hard point right after this. Don't go far.
嗨，大家好，我们是来自中国的琴酒俱乐部，然后这一次我们来参加亚特兰大的使命召唤世界锦标赛，然后这一次我们的目标就是比去年做得更好，并且争取夺到最后的总冠军。琴酒，加油！
The Snapdragon Pro Series is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Monster Energy, DHL, and the United States Air Force.
Since the year 00, we was out to get more. Bunch of really real G's, burning trees till we low. Sitting by 45 like I'm Jordan on the floor. Here we go, against the grain is what they say my name for. You can get it, hate it, sweat it, I'll be flexing. I'm just riding around my city, bank account and chair model. Sitting pretty, I just had to let them know I'm unforgettable. I'm unforgettable. double low, we was out to get mo. Bunch of really real G's, burning trees till we low. Sitting by 45 like I'm Jordan on the flow. Here we go, against the grain, that's what they say my name for. Are you ready or not? Are you ready or not? We on the path to greatness. We're shooting the shot to make it. So moving the target is aimless. Cause we got the power to shape shift. We'll catch the energy wave in. We go till our bones are aching. Cause the top spot's for the taking. And we on a mission to take it. Are you ready or not? It's about to go off. Turning up on the spot. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. We gon' sit at the top.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Call of Duty Mobile World Championship, where we are in our grand finals matchup currently with Elevate 3-0 against Q9, coming out the gate with an insane performance, to say the least. Still had a close hardpoint to kick it off, still had a close S&D, but right now it is Elevate that's getting it done time and time again. Is this what we expected out of a grand finals right now?
I don't think expectations have been met in terms of, I think, the 3-0 count. I think if you were just to look at how tight the first two maps are, absolutely. Yeah. But that's what determines a world champion, being able to find tight moments inside of a series and make the right decisions. And that so far has gone the way of Elevate.
We've seen that all the way through the Summit Hardpoint, just to start off the entirety of the grand finals. Like, Elevate definitely knew what was going to happen, and they knew how to react accordingly to it. The same thing could be said about the Search and Destroy. But the one crucial thing about having a close map 1 and a close map 2, that map 3 was an absolute stomping. Like, I thought we were in and out with about 15 seconds. I don't even think we actually played the map. I still don't know what happened on REDE. All I can tell you is that Elevate wiped the floor with them.
The problem was Hacienda started off the same way. Now, again, that's what caused maybe some of this tech pause that we have, so maybe there was an issue, but regardless, that plays on your mind. If you're Q9, say, if we're going into our hard point pick, you had that long break to try to reset, and then you load in, and you're starting to get completely blown out of the water again. Doesn't feel good.
Exactly. If you guys are just joining us, we're just waiting for a few more minutes to resolve this tech pause. I do want to throw out there, though, Schiff, you need to clip it. At the beginning of the weekend, you said it was going to be a reverse sweep. In the perfect situation
I'm
to set
dead.
up for a reverse sweep. You thought it wouldn't get
The man never
up,
lies.
but it did.
The man never lies.
Wow.
I'm just, maybe, you know, it's 3-0, could be a reverse sweep. We'll have to see what happens, obviously. Still potentially lots of gameplay left in store, or only one more map, depending on the performances of both of these teams. Before we get into that, though, of course, we have so many supportive friends and family members that are here for all of our players throughout the weekend, and I believe we have Beef Mommy standing by with one of them.
I got family on the floor. We have Rico and, of course, our little Coco. So cute. Can I get a shot from you, Coco? It's the most cute shout ever. I'm gonna call him Tito, by the way, that means uncle. I will just give my respects, Tito Rico. You told me that you surprised one of the boys from Elevate, and Chloe is your son. How did it feel like for him when he saw that you were here?
Yeah, first, Beef Mommy, you look amazing. We came here last Monday, and I surprised Carlo and in fact the whole team. They're like my boys already. In fact, STE are also my boys. Skirt is here, FDX, but he wasn't surprised. I think based on what he is showing right now, he's so silent, and he told me that thanks for coming, thanks for supporting the team, and I think they're doing well right now. And Q9, I think we shouldn't rest first. It ain't over until it's over.
They're very much locked on, yeah. It really sees on Chloe's face that he's very much locked on. But when it comes to visiting your son, because I asked you a while ago when I was walking around, do you go to every single Elevate game, or even before there were Elevate, when they were Low Kings or West Point Mamba Low Kings, you would be there, you'd be present in the crowd?
Yes, I think that it's 3 years already. They've been trying very hard, fall down 3 times and get up 4 times. So I think they'll make it right now. So for the past 3 years, what I think that the strength of Elevate is more on family. We stuck together, and I think that's where their strength lies.
Family is everything. And speaking of, if you could say one thing to Elevate, to Chloe, what would that be?
Yes, Elevate, go for it, but be humble in your victory and all for the glory of God. Thank you.
To God be the glory. That is it for us here on the floor. Back to you, Glitter.
Thank you so much, Beef Mommy. I think that's one of my favorite things about these events is we always get to see the family members coming through, supporting siblings, children, you know, significant others. There's always some sort of a support system here that we get to see in person and experience that community aspect of Call of Duty Mobile. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, we saw Isai he got to propose to his girlfriend at CDSI. That was a beautiful moment.
So cool.
Yeah, so it's just awesome to kind of have the inclusion of friends, family, and loved ones near you, especially when you're playing for, you know, $400,000. That doesn't hurt. Yeah.
Casual, yeah. Nice little support system. We've been around competitive esports for quite some time, and you start to build that same family, that same notion, spending a lot of time with your teammates. So it is very nice to be able to see family members by blood actually coming through and supporting you. There's no better gas, no better dope to be ready to run through a wall than having a family member in the crowd.
Absolutely, and I don't care who you are, whoever takes home that first place prize, that is life-changing money on the line right now for these teams. And just a little update for everybody at home. If you're just joining us, we're waiting on a technical pause right now. And what happened was that there was an issue that prevented us from being able to complete that match. They figured out what the issue is, so we're going to replicate the match and the conditions that led up to the point when the issue occurred, and that's where we're going to begin the play from there. So just let everybody understands how it's working out. We're getting it exactly the way we started.
We love that.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Mom. One sinner.
I did that, actually.
Okay. yeah.
That was
Wow. You remember what we said during the map itself? Lauren literally holds the button to start and end the match.
It's true.
This is a new one that she just conjured. I don't know where it came from.
Don't let people know about the power.
My bad.
All right, we gotta keep it on the down low.
It's already on the air now, yeah.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube, so they can repeat that as many times
It is now,
as they
as
want.
the kids say, it is high key.
It is high key.
Okay, all right. Well, we don't want to push you guys too much either, because you need to save your voices for the moments that are about to absolutely pop off on the stage. We need a couple more minutes to get this resolved. So while we do that, let's check out the interview that we did with Q9 before everything started this weekend.
I'm here with Q9. I'm going to ask them a couple of questions heading into this weekend. What does it feel like being back at DreamHack here for the Call of Duty Mobile World Championships?
感觉都挺好的，就感觉到这就很放松。
Which strategies have been the most impactful for you guys this year? Which teammates have been performing at their best?
我觉得这次的比赛，我们最关键的策略是，我们每个人做好自己的那一部分吧，然后就是把平时训练的东西都完美的展现出来就可以。
So Wolves last year were a big problem for you guys. Are they still the biggest issue from your region, or are X-Rock also a really big problem now?
我觉得其实这一回的世界锦标赛，每一个队伍都是强敌，就我觉得每支队伍都应该小心，所以我觉得我们更应该做好自己的那一部分，然后在场上能够自信的放松的去打好每一场比赛就可以了。
The top of the world ranking is very tight. Are you guys favorites, do you think, or is there somebody else?
我感觉我也说不清楚，但我觉得我们一定是这一回。 怎么说的？一定是这回的强队之一。
So the road to becoming the champions is strewn with failures. Is there anything that you guys have worked on that was an issue for you, and what was that?
我感觉现在的选手的个人的能力越来越强了，然后包括每个队伍的一些战术啊都变得更加丰富了，所以我们要做的就是。 可能我们要在个人能力上比他们更强大，我们的战术要比他们更丰富，这就是我们要做的。
So you've been named MVP multiple times already. Would you have any advice for up-and-coming players?
我给他们的建议就是多去观看那些顶尖的选手的个人视角，就 POV， 然后平时自己的话也要多练习，就是带着那些一定要带着思考去玩，就是想，比如说在哪些方面还可以做到更好，去做到提升，这个会重要，这会加快你的进步，对。
So this is your chance to disrupt the momentum of your biggest rival. Who are they, and what do you want to say to them?
我觉得这一次比赛对我们威胁最大的对手应该是来自西方的所有队伍吧，因为我认为就是东部的这些队伍，因为我们在 CDSI 的那个邀请赛上跟他们有过交手，所以我会认为他对东部的队伍我们会更了解一点，但是西部的队伍呢，我们到现在是不了解的，所以对我们来说很未知。我觉得这回他们对我们来说是一个非常大的挑战。
Have you got anything to say to your fans who are at home supporting you?
就是想对一直支持我们的粉丝说，就是谢谢你们一直支持我们。然后这一回，特别是国内的粉丝，在这一次顶着时差看我们打这一回的世界锦标赛，然后希望大家继续支持我们，然后我们一定会做到最好的。
So that is Q9, our Mobile Masters winners this year. Can they repeat it here this weekend?
Always nice to be able to hear from the players before these weekends, the thoughts, and do they change over the storylines as they're happening? Thank you for sticking with us, everybody, as we're waiting for this tech pause to get resolved. We get to take an opportunity to look at the trophy, the rings, really kind of consider everything that's about to be on the line. Only one map away, potentially, before we're able to crown a champion. Now, before we do that, I want to check in with FDOT and see what FDOT's got going on down on the floor.
Thanks a lot, Glitter. Yeah, we're hanging out as we get everything set up for the finals, and so might as well hang out with family. Listen, we've talked a lot about what's going on here this weekend. If you know the scene, I don't need to introduce this guy. Kali, thank you for coming through.
I mean, it's a pleasure to be interviewed by you, FDOT. And I mean, it's great to be here in Atlanta for the DreamHack for the Call of Duty Mobile World Championship 2024. I mean, this is the most competitive call-in that we got, and it's the best thing I've ever seen. I've lost my mind. Great thing about this, I haven't lost my voice yet.
Which is insane, but good for a caster. Gotta keep that voice for sure, man. You're coming all the way from the Philippines, right?
Yeah, all the way from the Philippines. I had to take like a 25-hour flight all the way here. And yeah, the experience has been amazing. And this is all I've been dreaming for.
So you're from the Philippines, but you're coaching a different team. Talk to me about that, dude.
Oh, yeah. I am coaching. I'm part of like the staff for Team Vitality. We have an amazing bunch of players that we have there. And unfortunately, we did not make it to day 2. Well, it's all because this is the most competitive COD-M that we got all throughout the history.
Yeah, I mean, everything's turning up here, and like, you fly over 25 hours. You come here, you're not even working with a team from your region. Why do you do it?
I mean, I just love COD, man. I mean, everywhere I go, I just say, I'm a walking Call of Duty Mobile Wikipedia. And yeah, hearing and experiencing everybody to be here, it's great to just connect with everybody all around the world.
He's not lying. He doesn't know this. So when I prep for some of this stuff, I watch your videos. I take a look at what you do. He is the guy for COD Mobile. You're a big deal. And look, one of the things I look at this bracket, a lot of hearts, dude. It's about the family, it's about the squad, and Kali, you're certainly a good representation of it, so thanks so much for hanging out. Glad you could make it to Atlanta. Much love, dude.
You know, the most important thing that I took away from that, and he is absolutely not wrong, but this is the most competitive year of Call of Duty Mobile that we've ever seen. And we talked about that a lot at the beginning of the weekend. Every single year is getting harder and harder to be the team that ends up on top, whether that's regionally or within a region. And I think that this is a demonstration of just how the mighty can fall, because that's how even the playing field is.
Yeah, I mean, you just go back 2 years, Tribe LG, nowhere to be found anymore. And there is just so much respect and I think just overall confidence towards the Eastern region in terms of, look, we're getting battered. You know, the first couple of years of World Champs, we're not really holding a candle to what we were seeing out of North America and even at Europe at certain moments. That hasn't been the case anymore. The grindstone has been used, to say it plainly. Now you've got 2 strong representatives out of Korea. You've got 3 strong representatives out of China, 2 strong teams from India. So it's one of those things that, you know, they've been in the grinder, they've been going through these tough tournaments, and now all of a sudden you're at World Championships and you're reaping the reward of having a lot of top placements for the region.
Yeah, I think it's more of everybody just getting up to Tribe's level once they were at that World Championship back to back,
agreed.
and then everybody was fundamentally getting better as the years got along. The mechanics were always going to be there. We're always going to see a new age of cracked individuals. That is just how esports works. But it's the way that we've been seeing a lot of these teams, specifically from China, Garena, and all these other regions, just being able to fundamentally get a grip on what the macro looks like at a Call of Duty level has been immense. And Callie's not wrong. This entire year has showcased all of that.
And whoever wins today is going to have a massive target on their back. Come next year,
Huge,
we're back around for another World Championship. So it's only going to get bigger and better from here as an esport, as a community for Call of Duty Mobile. I can't wait to see. But before we can even get to that point, we have to close out our grand finals, all right? And I think I'm getting word that we're potentially just a few moments shy of doing that. If you're just joining us, we're in the grand finals. It is 3-0 in favor of Elevate. It's a best of 7, which means potentially it all could come down to this next map. Everything on the line, unless you are on shift side of the prediction with this potential reverse sweep. Either way, it's gonna be fun. And we gotta wait a little bit longer before we get to it. All right.
All right.
You don't look so sold in your prediction anymore.
Well,
it was clipped for a reason. You told people to clip it.
I did say that. I'm also old, and I forgot that I said that. And wouldn't you know it, we find ourselves in a situation where all the momentum has been killed, and now Q9's going to win 4 in a row and pull off my profit prediction. Mark it.
That would be Herculean to say the least. So I mean, like, so just to put it in perspective for everybody at home, Elevator currently up 3-0 in a best of 7. They win the upcoming Hacienda Hardpoint, which is a game mode that's been perfect for them, realistically, for the past month. They win the entire tournament. Q9 has to take a Hacienda Hardpoint, an Express Search and Destroy, an Arsenal Control, and then a Kurohana Search and Destroy. Now, 2 of those maps I do like, none of which are the respawns.
But you're saying there's a chance.
I am saying there's a chance, but I'm not willing to lean on your side of the fence yet. But.
Fair.
I'll let you guys continue this debate here in just a few moments. Now, we are going to need a couple more minutes to get this situation resolved. So while we do that, we're going to send it to a short break. But don't go anywhere, because when we return, the grand finals of the Call of Duty Mobile World Championship continue.
Isa, meron din. Dalawa tuwip ah. Layo mo mic mo, DJ, pati susah. 中击到，掉了，看负点啊，负点花了，C 掉，看 C 还有过的 ，C 漂亮，哎，Victor，啊，Victor，tetap， nice one， 还可以打的，没事，去做板楼反弱，点评没见，白防，抢中了，白防进了，漂亮。 然後去做 nice， anjing nyo. Bakap. Ay, MS. China, legit. Wala, boss. Payong 2, pwede ako. Wala.
Seen. We run like a wild machine. Watch out, 'cause we're baring our teeth, and there ain't no in between. With fire, you're gonna get burned down to the wire. Now, what did you learn? We're coming for you. You don't wanna mess with the winner. Ice so cold, make you shiver. We're coming for you. It's going down. We rain on the room like a storm. Yeah, we're way too big to ignore. We'll shake and we'll rattle the floor. You know what we came here for. Play with the fire and then you got burned down through the wire. Now what did you learn? We're coming for you. You don't wanna mess with the winner. Ice so cold, make you shiver. You're looking at a cold-blooded killer. We're coming for you. It's going down. You don't wanna mess with the winner. Ice so cold, make you shiver. You're looking at a cold-blooded killer. We're coming for you. It's going down.
Set fire to the cold river. Set fire, sealed and delivered. Slow burn, shot to the liver. Heart so cold, make a grown man shiver. Wake up, don't be afraid. Make love, but don't be tame. Even the king in the crown is.
Welcome back to DreamHack Atlanta and our World Championship Finals for Call of Duty Mobile. We find ourselves 3-0 to the favor of Elevate, and a restart of Hacienda is on the way. I will say, friends, after the long tech pause, phones are in hands. So, hopefully, we're in good hands, and we're about ready to go to get this map 4 kicked underway.
If we're in good hands and phones are in hands, are we phones?
No.
Okay. I had a mental backflip there for a second. A lot of support within the crowd to get back to this very moment in time. Hacienda hardpoint. Do not adjust your screens. Elevate are up on championship point should they win this map 4.
Indeed the case. We will be starting off what looks to be here we go, 67-19. That was weird how we spotted. Not gonna lie. All right, we got our bearings straight. I just got so bamboozled. Everyone just teleported all over the map. But we're ready to go again. Starting this from where things started to go wrong on the tech pause. So 71 plays 22. Q9 do have an advantage when it comes to the early operators, as we still have a full P3 to fight for.
Yeah, let's not forget what Elevate did do once they had all of their operators available. Post the game being re-put together, they popped everything all at the same time. But Q9 do have that advantage here. They're still in possession of the time.
Yeah, Gravity Vortex gun also being spent to block this location over on the back. And ooh, for a moment, you thought there was going to be the long wrap coming out of Curly. Not going to happen. He just holds on to the top side of the patio. Has himself a Predator missile. And oh, shuts down Kenty's War Machine. So here we go. All of a sudden, Q9, a little bit of extra life since our restart. Trade's looking decent for Elevate, but the back scrap time still looking pretty solid for Q9. Pred missile called in to stop the Purifier, and the last challenge is on.
And you saw a slight little moment right there that had this lead be grown before we had to recreate the map. Is that Elevator not playing with any Odins. They're playing the Type 19 game. They're playing with a couple of Grows. Their pace is very oppressive, and Q9 finally able to deal with it, coming back in for a good amount of time on a P3. They only trail by 40.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like if you know you're going up against an automatic rifle line, you better get to rotation first. Correct. And use the power of the Odin. That has been a little bit of an issue at times for Q9. Although here, you've got Chen on a Purifier, locking things down towards the open staircase. Now takes his attention back over towards Tiles, as the rest of his teammates are getting a read that, yep, Elevator coming over towards the P2 side. Up and over, Kenty trying to find some different angle to make a move, but not gonna work out. Chen continues to rip him apart with the Purifier, and Q9 have brought this back to within 20 points.
Chen still has Purifier through upper halls, but all of this push from the respawns is manifesting all the way through the driveway. They're already past Lambo, up on top of the water side, trying to keep it contested.
Sun, one more shot with the Sparrow lands. Bold break attempt from Klo with the equalizers, only gets one. Trying to open the door for his teammates to fly forward, and boy, will they ever. Oh man, what a clean break for Elevate in the scrap time. Now trying to take the battle a step further as Q9 are a bit stuck over towards Lambo.
Chen tried to utilize the Predator missile just to help him and his teammates of Q9 trying to maneuver their way out from Lambo. 102 to 69, going back towards P1 again with this 40-point lead.
Looking really solid, even pushing beyond the limits of this hard point. Maybe try to get an early flip of the spawns, and that will be occurring as Elevate move over towards lobby side. Q9, a chance to win the windows, though, with this long rotation, but not coming away with any of the gunfights. It's a 40-point lead and growing as Elevate still find themselves in the hard point.
Really good positional awareness coming through from Elevate. A lot of focus down low, but look at the upper hallway control. Again, Clo is a problem so long as he continues to run these routes. Everybody from Q9 are more or less just trapped on the office side to try to get inside of upper halls. You can see what it means for Elevate, just soaking up more time.
Yeah, and this is just such a good response here from Elevate after Q9 on the restart. Looked pretty potent, but still, Elevate just have been equal to every task thrown their way. Whether it be opponent on the other side of the stage, whether it be restarts, whether it be search and destroys, doesn't make a difference. They are finding ways to win out. Q9 battling with their backs against the wall. Do well here to at least get a little bit of the response time as the scrap at 1 starts to fade away. And now we look towards the minimap. What happens towards P2? Elevate currently winning rotation, but Q9 fighting back.
They're going to have to fight back a whole lot harder, though, Alan. 132 to 85, and Clo is just finessing for 2 seconds of time. It will be traded, but Q9 needs to reap the benefits from a spawn out that occurs, but Sun just right immediately in the front of the mansion. Now all this hits coming from the front of the rocks.
Claw out, ready to go over towards the U-Haul. യോഗി, he's got himself up and open with initially what was a Sparrow, and actually on the response here, Q9, they throw a gravity vortex gun into the point. That works out nicely. Curly following up with the equalizer, but only gets 1. So now all of a sudden, യോഗി steps out. Elevate, split spawns, looking for a pinch around the back. Q9 dealing with this, though, as the hit is in pieces, and that will be enough for Q9 to get into the hill.
And north-south spawns, a couple of recurring members for Q9 going to get gunned towards the back, but Chen was one that survived. Pulls out the Purifier, trying to lock down the back end of the 25 seconds or so. And Elevate, well, they might just have to concede it, but they're trying to take advantage of this pinch that comes through. Chen with the Purifier shuts the majority of it down.
And he's got himself onto a Pred missile, working halfway towards an EMP as well. That could be crucial for Q9's comeback efforts. Scrap time going to be fought for because Elevate, of course, are going to fight for the scrap time. Could have put them a little bit late on rotation. You can see the motion on the top side of the minimap. You've already got one member for Q9 getting over towards that kind of cross mid connector. Kendi playing over the well, though. A difficult spot to deal with, and that's why this lets the Type 19 rip through Q9's rotation, and now Elevate have spawns moving into new.
And maq actually had a really good timing for that flank to start coming through, but all the respawners were able to read it. Here comes some operators being infested. It's shrouded by the Predator missile for them to move forward.
Yeah, Susano has to hold, though. Backside 10, so even though the Pred missile doesn't land, the operators and the eliminations do come through for Q9. Now the next hit for Elevate from the front, already being pressured. PJ is trying to step into the smoke. How has he managed to do that? How has he managed to do that? PJ! What are we talking about? What a three-piece for PJ! Chen and Curly trying to hang on, not able to do so as Susano gets himself 3 in a row as well, and Elevate have blown the lid wide up open to P3.
There's still only 30 seconds between these two teams, 15 left to fight for. Split spawns have occurred, but the ones that spawned over by office were dealt with from Q9, so now they're trying to push all the way from the fences side. Able to at least collect on or two are UILLIAM, still trying to make sure they keep all the 10 seconds. Every single kill that is being found on this side of the map is beneficial for Q9, still getting in a better position for the rotation, but even better for Elevate to mean that they can get more time, getting closer to that 250 mark.
Q9 has to lock down this rotation. Elevate growing their lead to just over 30 points or so if they could get into the early time. Contest is here. UILLIAM deals with the first contestant. Now trying to zone over towards bottom bar side. They've got to read that Elevate have gotten a couple of spawners towards boat, but the hit is actually coming from the front. War Machine is out, but immediately shot down, and Q9 have put together the perfect setup to start.
Just need to get Curly inside this hardpoint. Has an equalizer at the ready. Could be the difference maker in between flipping a lead fully, but it could just be the gunny that is just getting the job done. Susano down low will find a trade. Split spawn dealt with. Q9 hold.
Oh, love this gravity gun play. Although maq thought he would have locked down the bottom jump up towards water. That doesn't actually work. Fortunately, UILLIAM picks it up with the War Machine. Now he's got the read that it is boathouse spawns. Lots of damage tallied as UILLIAM will blast him back to the respawn screen. Q9 now in the lead, looking for more. 12 seconds of time to fight for, and Elevate would have to still contest this through the equalizers. That eventually gets put down, but still, Q9 find a way to win the scrap.
For the first time this entire map for Q9 have a lead. 178 to 158, we go again. Back to the center of the map, a couple hunter killer drones being thrown out from the upper windows for Q9, trying to win the jostling for position up top while also maintaining time down low.
Moment of pause here as Elevate trying to fight from the low ground. Dive into the smoke. Susano, good read, able to clean up UILLIAM. Now it's just down to what else can he find? And part of me, is that smoke even on screen? Susano is blitzing everybody through it. Guy's got infrared goggles or something, I don't know. But Elevate now on 3 in a row can get more time to try to bring this back to level terms.
Q9 now on the unfavored side, but it just sprinting straight into the site itself. Curly goes on a massive spree, but it's a good couple trades to come through for Elevate. They'll maintain good high ground positioning, but one player has actually slipped the net. Chan's all the way through the Lambo side, and you might have to have that realization sooner rather than later if you are Elevate.
Dude, Yopi, unreal. Up to 34 kills on 4 in a row, shut down as Sun and UILLIAM will string together a couple of fadeaway kills for Q9. Spawn situation, good for Elevate for now, but this hard point isn't open yet, so it's still going to be well-sided spawns. Q9 spawning towards the bottom side of the map. Every gunfight is a big one. Shen trying to get into lobby, shut down. Elevate through the back driveway, can only find a couple of kills. It's a 50-50 battle over the top of P2.
Got driveway spawns coming to Elevate. They will be here first. Purifier might have been popped too early, but Sun has a Sparrow at the ready from inside the hill.
We've taken the lead.
First couple of shots are in. PJ
oh my.
still hiding in the smoke. As if to say you think the smoke is your friend. I was born in it. An opportunity for Q9 still with these extra operators to hold on to some massive time. 35 seconds to fight for. Elevate spawning close. Here comes Susano, able to get the first, tracks onto the second. Oh my goodness, Elevate find a way to break a contest. Still 25 seconds to earn.
UILLIAM has a War Machine, is actually going to decide to call it in right here. It's going to match that from PJ, has a Purifier on the opposite side.
Over the mantle, tough timing, but still finds a way to get to the back driveway. And Elevate, 15 seconds, looking good for them. Q9 splitting all over the map in terms of their spawns, so they're going to send 2 on rotation, 3 trying to finesse the exit, and through this smoke, Elevate are not going to be denied as they will make sure every single second is contested.
Yeah, Chen's going to just die at the old time. You also have one player of Sun that spawns over by the rocks, maybe looking for a couple of exits, just playing through the open staircase, but the foot race was on quite some time ago over towards P3. Q9 currently hold the lead, but they still have numbers and the close spawns to boot.
Yopi gets shut down from his Sparrow. Klo has the equalizer, surprised by UILLIAM. That's a huge shutdown. Hard point opens. Q9 have the numbers. What can PJ do from inside the hill? Finds the first, tucked into a corner. No trade. He's off the regen. PJ's getting the help from Klo. That was just down to what can Q9 do. They still don't know PJ's here. He's going to finesse around the back line. Kendi now all of a sudden has the War Machine. He gets pushed on and at least trades out his life. Even battle over the top of the hard point. 225 to 210. Favor to Q9.
Curly is going crazy right now. 47th kill for them in this map, number 4, 228. And counting on up, but PJ still hanging around the joint. Is able to combine for 2. Sun's nade at least finds a trade on the Klo. But all this time is damning. An Elevator getting closer to the lead that Q9 has.
That is one slippery son of a gun. PJ sliding back and forth. Opens up the hard point again for the scrap time. Now again on rotation. Elevate committing every single resource from the middle of the map. Q9 a bit split as Elevate just run right in. It surprises Q9. The trades are good and Elevate are going to get the early time.
All PJ just catching them by surprise. 42nd kill for that young man. 224 to 230. The rotation was on. The Purifier called by PJ and he is locking down the upper halls.
And he knows exactly where Q9 are coming from. No operators available for Q9 to respond to this, but they still find the shutdown regardless. Follow-up from PJ is good. Now it's down to Klo. Over the top, he's able to find one. Elevate, a chance to put the game away here, but the contest is still alive. Q9 coming fully off the respawn through boat.
Equalizer called. Needs to fight back. Curly shut down almost immediately. 4 dead, 5 all wiped off the floor. Elevate can still win here.
Last 10 seconds over the last month. The COD gods have given its toughest challenge to its strongest warrior. And at the end, there are no more questions. There are no more doubts. Elevate are the greatest Call of Duty mobile team in the world.
When they were pushed against the walls, Elevate delivered not just at CDSI, but also with the targets on their back here. Q9, Silver Surfers once again, commiserations, hugs across the board, not just across the seas, but also here at DreamHack Atlanta. Elevate get the better of Q9 once again.
What a battle. I mean, we got 4 maps, 3 of which could have gone either way. You have to give the respect where it's deserved, and Q9 absolutely earned it. But like you said, 5 grand finals.
Man.
5 second place finishes. Tough seeds, but at the end, there can only be one. And Elevate did it on the Eastern Hemisphere. Elevate did it on the world stage. Your 2024 World Champions, it's Elevate!
Insane. Congratulations on y'all to win. Man, everything's going crazy out here. Come here. You can answer the question, dude. Which end? Who are you talking to out in the crowd?
FDX.
And what are you saying to him?
4-0.
Sometimes that's all you need to say. It's 4-0. I mean, you guys came in and really made this one happen. Big 4-0, like your homie said here. I mean, was it easy?
Of course.
Dang. Well, I feel like when it comes to...
All right. We're having some issues. One real quick. We're going to come over here. Right here in the middle. Halo. Here, you know what?
I can translate for you guys. You can't go away from me. Come here, Candy. Come here. I can translate for you. Don't worry. How does it feel like to finally be a winner? You couldn't get that in Smart Omega back in 2022, nor back in 2020. How does it feel like to finally win it on the biggest stage of Call of Duty Mobile?
Hindi ko alam yung masasabi ko pero kami yung the best.
He said that he doesn't know what he wants to say, but he just wants to say that he's the best. And of course, the best that you are, the best performing team in Call of Duty Mobile. And I also wanted to ask from the coach himself, I feel like we've had a lot of spotlight on the members here, but I do want to ask a question for you, Coach Alea. How did you finally get to this point? You've been loyal to these boys for so many years as the Low Kings, as the Mambas. How was that journey for you?
Sobrang hirap, sobrang saya. Marami kaming pinagdaanan bago namin narating to. Lahat ng pagkatalo namin noong 2022, 2023, eto 2024 nakuha na rin namin. World Champion, CDSI Champion, GM6 Champion, GM5 Champion, GM7 Champion, Regional Champion.
Mic drop. But he said, through the hardship, there was happiness. They were champions here, but they paved their way through it. They were champions. I mean, again, no need for translations. That was a lot of championships here, F. Again, F. with the selfie with the teammates. Hey, let's go. Again, F. You good with that? You have one more team. I think, you know, for me, it's not a question for you guys, but a statement. But can I get a... Okay, when I say 3, 1, 2, 3.
Philippines!
Back to you, Glitter.
Well, you can see just how happy, excited everyone is on Elevate for being able to take this win home, and they did it in such a decisive fashion, regardless of what was thrown their way all weekend long. They looked near flawless.
Nearly? Near flawless? What are we talking talking about. They were flawless.
Yeah, pretty damn flawless if you ask me. That is sparkling clean. I mean, throughout the entirety of the road for the tournament, starting all the way at Swiss, coming into this tournament from their CDSI win all the way through lower bracket, confidence was thumbing. I remember seeing these guys even in the hotel lobby, and they were just already filled to the brim with confidence, knowing that they had the target on their back, knowing that they were the better team when it comes down to respawns. How can you not be a fan of this team?
7-0 map count on Championship Sunday. Shut the front door. That's disgusting. I don't think in any form across Call of Duty that I've ever witnessed have I ever seen something like that.
So dominant and consistent throughout the entirety of the tournament is what's most alarming, because Call of Duty for us, especially even Call of Duty Mobile no different, is that it's so day to day. But they walked in Friday, great. Saturday, fantastic. Sunday, champions. That is just absurd to see that consistency.
Unreal.
This is going to be huge for Elevate now. Best team in the world for Call of Duty Mobile. Looking to the next year of competition, everyone is going to be having their eyes on them, watching them, what they're able to do yet again as a team as the next year of competition kicks off. They are going to have a bar set very high, especially after the performances we saw here this weekend when it comes this time around next year.
Absolutely. I mean, 6 teams out of the East make it to playoffs, 2 from the West. Yeah, you get the Gallerist who make it into the Final Four, but Elevate beat everybody except for Luminosity. There's still that. A little cope, but I think the thing about it is a new region finds itself on top of the COD Mobile ladder. It starts off with a very dominant North American scene a couple years prior. Of course, the COVID year, we split it. Hard to say what was better. That starts that whole rivalry between East and West.
Yep.
Last year, West falls short. This year, expectations to rise up. Doesn't happen, and it's a new region inside of the Eastern Hemisphere that reigns supreme. Dominant stuff from Elevate.
It goes even well beyond just the mechanical skill that they do have. I mean, dropping the kills is one thing, but it's also what they're able to do along the way as well. Their adaptability in search and destroy, their consistency in fundamentals, in the respawns as well, is why they're highly regarded. I mean, this convincing of a Grand Finals win, we're going to be talking about this all the way until this time next year.
Yeah, I think a lot of the other teams will be taking notes on what exactly Elevate did to get themselves here as we get to take a look at the exact road they had to go journey upon in order to get named the champions. I mean, we get to see their Swiss performance, a little refresher for anyone who might have missed it, and then take a look at what they did in playoffs like you guys were highlighting. It is such a strong run.
You can make the argument that maybe they had an easier run. I think that that's blasted as far as the take is concerned. Godlike Q9 stalwart. Only losing 2 maps throughout the entirety of the Swiss. Only losing 1 map throughout the playoff bracket versus Wolves. Look at the teams that are on here and how many of them did make it as far as top 8 in Championship Sundays are concerned. A lot of representation that they had to cut through and how dominant they were throughout all of it.
They legitimately have nothing holding them back in terms of, well, they didn't play so-and-so. They beat X-Rock at CDSI. They played against every major squad. And now the sweetness at the end comes with the ability to be the last one standing on the bracket.
That was the fanciest
great heart
we've gotten on the bracket.
It's like off-center too.
Incredible.
Yeah, super cute.
Honestly, our teams have been such good sports. We keep talking about it all weekend long. So much love across the regions as the teams are knocked out of the competition, and you see it yet one more time. Elevate giving a little bit of love to Q9, but that crown is next to their name on the bracket. They have the rings, they hold the trophy and the title, and they are the best in the world.
It's just insane to really think about how long ago CDSI truly was, not literally within about a week and a half ago. The consistency is what I was immediately asking for. I was all over X asking for it on Instagram as well. We finally get here in Atlanta without skipping a single beat. These guys are gross.
Undeniable, flat out. That's all I got. The best COD I've ever seen in COD Mobile, right there from Elevate, without question.
The man literally doesn't lie, except for reverse sweeps and grand finals.
We'll remember that for next time around.
You can remember this, 2025, Year of North America. It's coming back.
So, I mean, North America might be coming back. I don't know about...
About me? Oh.
All right, guys, though. Anything else you want to say before we say goodbye to everybody? Phenomenal weekend.
I did. You know, there's so much to unpack and not a whole lot of time to do it. Super Team didn't work. There's a new region on top. North America needs to recollect themselves. Where the hell is EU at? But Elevate is on top. Undeniable.
East on top, man. I mean, CDSI, CDFI, World Champs, doesn't make a difference what you're looking at. Watch more Call of Duty Mobile because, wow, it's looking real saucy out east.
Yeah, it was an absolutely fantastic weekend to be sure. Obviously, so many congratulations to Elevate, who are now your 2024 Call of Duty Mobile World Champions. But a congratulations to all of the teams that even made it this far in the competition for the year. It was not an easy road for any of these teams, and they all put on a phenomenal performance. As always, a huge thank you to Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Monster Energy, DHL, and the U.S. Air Force for helping us put on this show. And on behalf of myself, my co-casters, and everyone behind the scenes here at DreamHack Atlanta, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next year.
Provide it with the equalizers. Get out of his way. He's shredding everything. It's a full team wipe. Still the contested play. Toronto on the back gets shut down. Q9 just need to find one more wave of kills. 3 more seconds needed. No one's able to contest.
Now they can find another one here onto Hen. Lukashin can find another 7 seconds to go. Lukashin's not found 2, and Miho cleans it up. Straight on over towards B. You can though the snap on the 1 to 2. Don't give him the 3rd. Surely they shut him down.
It's beautiful. Sheer destruction, sheer bloodshed, and it's Elevate all over the spot of Q9. Given its toughest challenge to its strongest warrior.
Seen. We run like a wild machine. Watch out, cause we're baring our teeth, and there ain't no in between. With fire, you're gonna get burned down to the wire. Now what did you learn? We're coming for you. You don't wanna mess with the winner. Ice so cold, make you shiver. We're coming for you. It's going down. We rain on the room like a storm. Yeah, we're way too big to ignore. We'll shake you, we'll rattle the floor. You know what we came here for. Play with the fire and then you got burned down through the wire. Now what did you learn? We're coming for you. You don't wanna mess with the winner. Ice so cold, make you shiver. You're looking at a cold blooded killer.
to the cold river, set fire, sealed and delivered. Slow burn, shot to the liver. Heart so cold, make a grown man shiver. Wake up, don't be afraid. Make love, but don't be tame. Even the king in the crown is a lost soul, walking in a dead man's crowd. They try to keep us undercover, but we are about to rise up. Rise up. They wanna push us even deeper in their pockets, but their time's on. We about to rise up. Everything we ever did, all the things that we ever had. Everybody wanna be the same. Everybody wanna be desired. One thing we can't forget, can't see through part of that. When you got a heart of a fighter, yes, fight up even harder and higher. They try to keep us undercover, but we are about to rise up. Rise up. They wanna push us even deeper in their pockets, but their time's on. We about to rise up. Rise up. I keep running, 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 running. I keep running, running, running. They try to keep us undercover, but here we are about to rise up. Rise up. Yeah. They wanna push us even deeper in their pockets, but their time's on. We about to rise up. Rise up. Yeah. Yeah. Rise up. Yeah. 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 Rise up. Since the year 00, we was out to get more. Bunch of really real G's, burning trees till we low. Sitting by 45 like I'm Jordan on the floor. Here we go, against the greatest, what they say my name for. Are you ready or not? Are you ready or not? We on a path to greatness. We're shooting the shot to make it. So moving the target is aimless. Cause we got the power to shape shift. We'll catch the energy waving. We go till our bones are aching. Cause the top spot's for the taking. And we on a mission to take it. Are you ready or not? It's about to go off. Turn it up on the spot. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. We gon' sit at the top. Give it all we got. Are you ready or not? 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 It's about to go off. Turn it up on the spot. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. We gon' sit at the top. Give it all we got. Are you ready or not? Are you ready or not? Are you ready or not? Are you ready or not?
Darkness outside, that's when I feel alive. Boy, just shut up and drive. We're raising hell tonight. Got my name on your lips. Taste that poison, my kiss. Shiver run down your skin. Sweet, but she got a bite. Think you can control me, baby. Clearly you don't know me at all. Not at all. Boy, you shouldn't listen to the rumors, cause they're not even close. You'll be chasing a ghost. I don't care, ain't no stopping me tonight. I don't care, I'm not gonna change my mind. Crashed my car and I lost my friends, but I'm still getting out my head. I don't care, cause I was made to be wild. Darkness outside, that's when I feel alive. Boy, just shut up and drive. We're raising hell tonight. Got my name on your lips. Taste that poison, my kiss. Shiver run down your skin. Sweet, but she got a bite. Think you can control me, baby. Clearly you don't know me at all. Not at all. is nearly done. Daydreams of what is yet to come. We'll talk for hours and watch the sun go down. Nobody's ever getting close. We hit the highs, smash through the lows. We find the shining light in the shadows. Your imperfection is a glow, and I don't wanna see a halo. Halo. We run from the color, it's starting to rain. When you're euphoric, I feel the same. The party's never over, we're starting again. If love's the target, we're taking aim. Something in my bones, I am fit to run. Ready for the rampage, come before the storm rips up. I think I love it, anticipation starting to build. Stay low, stay low, stay low. Ready to unlock, whiskey on the rocks. Heavy from the subwaves, out till 3 o'clock. I'm not looking for lovers, tonight I'm looking out for myself. Letting go, letting go, letting go. I'll never stop, I'm better every beat of my heart, every beat of my heart. Dance till we drop, bass drum is like a beat of my heart, like a beat of my heart. Never getting low, set for vertigo. Further as the crow flies, must run down below. I know I found my heaven, I found the rumble under my feet. Never less, gonna bring the best. Feeling like I'm blessed, stressed, feeling I am blessed. I guess I'm feeling lucky, I'm gonna chance this Russian roulette. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'll never stop, I'm better every beat of my heart, every beat of my heart. Dance till we drop, bass drum is like a beat of my heart, like a beat of my heart. I'll never stop, I'm better every beat of my heart, every beat of my heart. Dance till we drop, bass drum is like a beat of my heart, like a beat of my heart.
and they will finish at a top 4 standing.
What else can you possibly say? I mean, they have every bit of tool at their disposal, from the sniping, from the oppression that was coming through from Curly in the respawns, Wuling with the War Machine in the respawns, but then you just cannot give enough praise. Chen with that shotgun, displacing a handful of different members of X-Rock continuously, and then also the sniping and the overall grit that was coming through from Mauchi and Sun. Just absolute spectacle to have for themselves. Q9 are grand finals bound.
I mean, you said it yourself, Shift. Bare minimum, making your way through to the next stage of the competition was a $90,000 performance. And that is honestly, I feel like that's what we got out of both of these teams. They were fighting tooth and nail to try and make their way through to the finals. This is the closest back and forth we've seen up here on the main stage the entire weekend. This was such a well-fought battle on behalf of these teams. It's unfortunate that one does have to go home, but holy, that was a great way to kick off the weekend.
It's just one of those things that this very well could have been a grand finals. I mean, it has been many times before, so it's one of those situations that it's going to feel really painful to see X-Rock finish with the top 4 next to them when they very well may be the second best team here, and we're just never going to know. It's just the nature of a world championship coming down to do or die pretty much the entire way through. So it takes a lot of guts, I think, for Q9 to step up at a map 5 after being blown out of the 4th map, have the resiliency, have the trust, and see Sun win the game in a 1v2 going 11-6. Huge carry potential right there.
I mean, we were one just opportunity away from this actually ending in 4, and it's not even funny. 4 seconds was the differential on that map number 1, and this very much so could have ended by the 4th map, given how the other ones ended up working.
All right, well, we have to do some celebratory interviews over here, as we do have one of our 2 grand finalists ready to go. So I believe we have Beef Mommy standing by.
Thank you so much, Glitter. My goodness, what a phenomenal win. Again, we have the Emperor Wuling right here on the stage. I guess when it comes to the gameplay, I know it's not just you, it's a whole team effort, but can you give one teammate that gave the biggest impact here on your entire series up against X-Rock?
赢得了这场比赛，刚刚这一场比赛里面，除了你以外，你觉得你的队友哪一位表现得比较出色？
我觉得我们今天每一个人都很出色，然后这整个过程并不顺利，然后我觉得现在这一个时刻我非常的激动，因为这是我第一次打进世界赛的总决赛，然后包括今年这一次世界赛对我也是一个很大的挑战，因为我现在是队伍里面所有模式的指挥，是我第一次做指挥，所以现在我就很难用言语来描述我的心情，但是我想说的是，比赛还没有结束，下一场还有对手在等着我们，所以我们要拼尽全力，对。
It's a tough year for my team because we've never made it this far. I cannot express myself enough, but we're really excited about this event.
And of course, a well-deserved placing for Q9. Last year, they had a very difficult run. It was just a 4th placement in 2023. How does it feel like to be in the grand finals, and who do they want to see in the grand finals? Glories and of course, Elevate.
你们决赛想要迎战哪个队伍？是 Glorious 还是 Elevate？
如果是我的话，我会想打这个。
I don't think we need translation for that, my dude, but let's give it to him. Let's go. He chose Elevate to be in the grand finals alongside him. You can time to cross it off. X-Rock. Oh, he doesn't want, you can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, my dude. Hearts across the board, of course, for these Eastern teams. Brotherhood right there. We love to see it. Thank you so much. Good luck on your matchup later on. But of course, like what I already pegged, we still got Glory and Elevate for our next set of matches. You wouldn't want to miss this.
嗨，大家好，我们是来自中国的琴酒俱乐部。然后这一次我们来参加亚特兰大的使命召唤世界锦标赛。然后这一次我们的目标就是比去年做得更好，并且争取夺到最后的总冠军。琴酒，加油！
The Snapdragon Pro Series is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Monster Energy, DHL, and the United States Air Force.
Player in the world right now. A phenomenal start to this semi-final. It is going to be Gallerist, though, kicking things off first here. And of course, Ton, most importantly, they are on the better side of the map for the rotation towards New when it inevitably gets there.
Yeah, and it really can help when it does come down to this map specifically. We know how strong that P2 can be. And getting yourself a nice little lead on this map is nothing that you want to try and turn down when you do get that opportunity. So let's see if Gallerist can keep a hold of those spawns. And I think for them, it has to be their concentration, but you can't just put all your eggs in that basket. You still have to fight for P1 time, which is what Elevate are doing. They already have 20 on the board.
Yeah, now the start of challenge for New, though.
Spawn out.
Already pushing through, yeah, spawn out coming through from Hen. So if you want to have Gallerist, you need to hold on. Fokke, a lot to do around this back line. And if you're Fokke, I think you just kind of wait for a bit of reinforcements here. You will soon be challenged by Elevate. If you can win these gunfights as well, that would be everything. Surely not Susano too. No, that's a little bit too much to ask for. And with that, Elevate should have the spawns.
So the advantage that Gallerist would have had heading into this map, already gone. A P2 rotation, fully belonging to the side of Elevate, 33 points on the board for them. Now it's going to grow substantially. Unless Gallerist can find a way through. Hen and Lukashin starting to combine well. It'll be a push through from the middle of the map. They're trying to get a hold of the spawns towards the back. Big gunfights coming in. They can just about win them. So Gallerus have an opportunity here. Spawn's coming in towards the back. Elevate will be out for a few seconds, 40 seconds to go.
Spawn's in. Gallerus now have to hit this at the same time here, but you don't want to funnel all into the line of sights of Elevate here. Chloe already starting things off with that first kill through the smoke. On the hunt for more. Kills starting to come through from Elevate now. Can Fokke do anything with the armor 9? No. Will get shut down, but those spawns still good for Gallerus.
Still very close here, though. If you're the side of Elevate, they managed to get through the tomb side very, very quickly. But it will be a break for Gallerus. They need to just pick up these kills on the secondary push. But this is all going to be for around 20 seconds. They've taken their time, did the right thing, but they need to make sure they get this time. They haven't quite got rid of Elevate yet.
Yeah, Elevate still find this one from the front. They have now done enough to exactly push them out, but Elevate will hit this over and over again. Susano taking Pabzera down, is now going to leave just one left inside the hard point, and that's Fokke, and they go as well. So Elevate happy with their control of this game thus far. Gallerus, though, fighting tooth and nail for that scrap time means that Elevate will actually have the first look at the new hard point here. Gallerus now hoping that this flanking play from a couple of players is going to work out, because you're losing numbers around the front of the point. Those players on the flank were red as well. Elevate have just made the perfect rotation from P2 to V3.
Now we're seeing a really good reason as to why Elevate are considered one of the best teams in the game when it comes down to Apocalypse and just hardpoint in general. So fluid in their movement and so efficient when they need to be. But it's a nice break coming in from Gallerus, but we need to get themselves inside of the point here. 35 seconds remaining on P3. You can pick up some decent time here. It's not necessarily the biggest banker, but Elevate are going to go in there and prove otherwise. There's 4 or 5 kills falling their way. It's a complete team wipe. They get themselves back in. It feels like Gallerus are sometimes finding the kills and not quite getting in the hill.
Yeah, and this has been a problem for Gallerus in the past. I think, you know, back in even the Latin America's SPS Season 5, it was a problem where maybe Gallerus, I mean, the slaying has never been their issue, but maybe being effective, that slaying has been, and you can't do that against a squad like Elevate that are so damn potent in hardpoint. They are considered the best hardpoint team in the world for a reason. And right now, they're showing off against Gallerus, an 80-point differential. I am feeling exactly the way I felt watching them versus Wolves on this map yesterday.
The growl out from Caleb. Trying to survive, and he is doing so. Susano there alongside of him. ត្តិ, everybody just doing their jobs right now. Elevate are looking absolutely flawless here on Championship Sunday. 120 and rising. Elevate not struggling whatsoever. Gallerus, we thought they may well come into this with another, I want to say, an impetus to try and find that map number 1. They absolutely will have to, but they've come out just a little flat.
Yeah, it comes out to those vetoes. We'll talk about that after this map is done and dusted, but I think Apocalypse was just such an uphill battle to kick off this series. It was always going to be. And Elevate, they know it. They're in commanding control of this game. Gallerus haven't even had a sniff at really anything this entirety of the game thus far. The slaying just has not been there. Lucasen is trying to catch up at 15, but you've got the likes of PJ and Chloe, 18 apiece, 19 now for PJ. Elevate are outslaying them at every single turn. And Gallerus, I mean, they just have absolutely nothing to say about it.
They've been to a pulp across the entirety of Apocalypse so far. But if we put it into context, yes, okay, they may find themselves around 140 seconds behind by the time we do get over to the second rotation. But a full 60 puts you back into this game and then some. Gallerus need to find that slaying ability, though. Starting to get a few operators a little bit later online, but they need to find some good time here at P1. They've got the spawns they want for P2. They need to make sure they keep a hold of them. Kendi trying to find something through the middle of the map. ត្តិtrying to get in there as well. They'll be pushing the issue for the spawns if they possibly can. Still spawning out if you are Elevate, but you're getting some crucial time.
Yeah, the thing is here, right, is you kind of can't focus too much on the spawns. There's still 40 seconds left in this hard point, so if you're Gallerus giving that 40 seconds away, I mean, it's basically a death sentence as far as the rest of this game is concerned. Elevate now managed to fit the spawns in their favor, and they're looking for the time as well. PJ doubling up the Purify. Gallerus are in danger here. I mean, there's no point saying the differential between these two teams' scoreline right now, because it just continues to grow by the second.
Every single time you think Gallerus may have found a break, you look up to the top of your screens and see still 23 points on the board. They've barely got a second over the last 3 hills. Elevate really starting to run away with this one if they weren't already. P2 rotation belongs to them. Every single thing that could be going right for Elevate is...
Gallerus not even able to look at the hard point right now. If you want to hit this one as a team through the front, this needs to be a clean break right away. That's a great start. First kill on towards ត្តិis good. Maybe we can get the kills around the back line as well. Numbers not in favor of Elevate here as Elevate players start to spawn out. Kendi with the War Machine. What can you get done? A couple of players. You need to get Fokke around the front though, and you do. That's going to allow the rest of your roster in now, but Gallerus have flipped those spawns.
Gallerus have managed to get themselves 2 seconds over the last 3 or 4 hills, and now Kalo's just trying to put the pain down again, make it 3, looks for the 4th, can't find it. Elevate are now finding themselves 25 seconds away. They can win it at the second iteration of K2.
This is insane for the start of a semi-final here. Elevate are putting the pain down on Galaris. Pabzera, couple of kills though. Galaris trying to hold on here. Elevate, they're still looking at a contest because why not at this stage of the game? Pabzera will find more with that War Machine. Elevate can't finish things here regardless, but yti and PJ, the subs are getting it done for Elevate. They want to get this time.
Galaris have to rotate, they have to find something, but they have to find a miracle. It's not even a minor one at this stage. They are so far behind. They're about to possibly get 40 point clubbed if they can't find a rotation over towards P3, which is about to pop in 8 seconds. Elevate have just been indomitable throughout the entirety of the map, and this is the hallmark of a champion team. They have been insane from the word go.
And what do you say? Elevate just 11 seconds away from putting a stamp in map number 1 versus Galaris. Your people find a couple of kills. There's the openers here. Galaris, what do you got to say for yourselves here? Elevate just a few seconds away. Trades in favor of Elevate. Focky, can he do anything? No. Shut down for the 2-piece from Susano. There's Chloe as well. Elevate looking to close out this game right here, right now. An insatiable start of this best of 5.
That is a beating. Truly a beating. They barely even spawned in. Elevate are here to play on Sunday and find themselves in the lead in this series up against Galaris. That was as one-sided as we've literally seen across the entirety of these 3 days.
That is, yeah, I mean, that is possibly the most one-sided hardpoint in a professional game of Call of Duty Mobile at this level, mind you. Even at any level, right? I think we've seen all year. I don't think we've seen anything like that. Even in like the open finals of challenge season of North America or Europe, something like that. That never happens. And that goes to show you just how good Elevate are, not just at hardpoint, but specifically at Apocalypse. They showboated it yesterday versus Wolves. Today, I mean, it's even worse.
I think Galaris would have been heading into this map knowing to themselves, like, right, okay, this is going to be a tough one, absolutely.